Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Put a Ring on It, Season 3, Episode number 7.
And today we will be focusing on Mr. Odyss and Charlena. But first, we want to thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, and thank you for sending in your comments. We love your insights and point of view and your opinions. We appreciate it, so just keep them coming.
No question.
Last week we had this sort of false, phony staging of a meeting with Charlena and Odyss at a restaurant.
Counterfeit, huh?
And they seemed like they had broken up.
Yeah.
The meeting was tense. They seemed like they were just speaking with each other just because of the cameras. You saw no connection, no love, no nothing between them.
Yeah.
In this episode, Odyss returns to where Charlie is sitting. He sits down and then immediately goes in on what he believes she wants, which is an apology for the incident that occurred, whether he slid into Milan's DMs or vice versa.
Yeah.
But Charlie felt disrespected.
Yeah, because they had, I think,
an agreement.
Agreement on the front side about how they would handle, communications with other people during the course of this process that they were going through. Yeah.
And he violated it by that incident with Milan.
Right.
So Charlie was hurt. She insisted that he tell her why this happened and take accountability for it, which he did not.
He didn't want to do that.
And it seemed like Charlie decided that it was a wrap.
Yeah, she was
in fact,
pissed off.
in her confessional, she said she's done. She's over
pissed
with
off.
it.
She was embarrassed, wasn't she?
She was embarrassed.
Yeah.
She was tired of it because he probably have done this one time too many.
Yeah.
So this week
salty.
he returns to the table and he takes accountability somewhat for his behavior.
Half-heartedly so.
He apologized to Charlie. He said that he doesn't want to lose her and that he doesn't want to toss away 3 years of their relationship. But Charlie said that he was crying and he was vulnerable at that moment.
He was not crying. Those were fake tears. I didn't see anything coming down and rolling down out of the corner of his eye in the way of tears. I didn't see anything coming out of Odyss in the way of tears, real or legitimate tears. I saw fake non-tears.
Did you want a microscope to go over?
No, I didn't press my eyeball up against the screen either. All I'm saying is that it seemed like it was staged. It seemed like it was disingenuous, and it seemed like it was for dramatic effect.
So you were not convinced?
No, in no way, shape, or form was I convinced that he was sincere in that, like I said, half-hearted apology that he offered, and the reaction, the subsequent reaction that followed. I didn't think that was genuine in any way.
He then asked her how did she feel. And she said, well, this happened a week ago.
Yeah. And
that she was still processing. And she still did not feel good about what had happened.
So there's remnants left over from that
Absolutely.
encounter. I get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She was still salty.
Yeah.
She drove home again his lack of taking responsibility for his bad behavior.
Right.
And how it may affect her going forward.
Right.
So then we see Charlie with Shorty and Shay at a restaurant, and
girls' night out.
They're knocking back shots and having a meal. It is what it is.
Get some of that true serum in them, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. You need that from time to time. When asked if Odyss asked her now if he handed her an engagement ring, which she accepted, Charlie said no.
I think that was an honest response, don't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was.
That wasn't staged.
No.
That came from.
That was authentic.
That came from a pure place.
That was authentic.
Because we have yet to see Odyss behave in a way that tells her that he is ready to move into a marriage situation.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but at least one, possibly more occasions, she's been caught on camera shedding those tears out of frustration, anger, resentment, bitterness, whatever. as it relates to her dealings with, her partner for 3 years in the form of Odyss.
Right, and when she tried to, with the Milan situation, as the other woman knows,
Yes.
she said that Odyss did that in an effort to get back at her.
The tit for tat.
Because, Odyss is petty.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Very childish and immature.
It's that
and
damn childish merry-go-round, isn't it?
Both of them are doing it.
Yeah, it's that childish merry-go-round, isn't it?
That they're stuck on stupid. That's what it really is. I mean, tell the truth and shame the devil.
Yeah.
But they're stuck.
Yeah,
They're
maybe
stuck.
so. Maybe so in that instance.
Revenge and retribution feels good to them. They get some sort of lift from it. They're getting something from it. That tit for tat situation.
Constructive.
Because they don't feel the exhaustion of going back and forth and back and forth. She plays tennis, but I mean, how long are you gonna do a volley? It's exhausting to.
Yeah.
So
I just think that merry-go-round that I reference is just, it can be something that continues on and on until they decide to get off the damn carousel.
Right.
And here's the thing: continue to waste all kinds of time if they continue down that road of tit for tat. You know what I mean?
I just would like to see both of them in a healthy place before they decide to make any kind of commitment as it relates to marriage, because I mean they can go one up on each other. And when we see them in the third instance in Dr. Nicole's office,
yes,
when asked about her date, Charlena said that she had a good date. The dude was interesting and she thought he was attractive
and attentive.
Right. And we're talking about Chris, but Chris is the one who may be a sex addict. We shall see. Yeah. Odyss is saying, complimenting her. She looked good in a dress and what have you. Yeah. And you could see that seemed fake to me. We haven't seen him do that in the past. So where's that coming from?
Do you think it's a place of kind of a place of awareness or realization that, hey, look, this is a place where I'm not very comfortable right now with Charlie, and she's not very comfortable with me. So maybe if I kind of focus on the little things and be complimentary, we can move to a better place?
No, I think Odyss is trying to play us.
It could very well be
trying to play Charlie. He's trying to play Dr. Nicole.
And us too. And the audience,
he gives some little Nancy story about being vulnerable. I apologize if I'm being harsh, but it doesn't seem like it's coming from an authentic place. And he said that he was being vulnerable. He doesn't like showing who he is. And I find it surprising that they've been together for over 3 years, and he has not allowed himself to be vulnerable or emotional about anything. This is not what she typically sees.
Do you think he attributes that to loss of control in the relationship?
More than likely, because this guy is tucked in tight.
Yeah, and he hides, and he doesn't really understand that it's okay to be vulnerable to your significant other, and that actually can be, in many a case, a strength that helps you guys bond even closer together.
I just think personally that Odyss needs a break. He's way too uptight. He is so uptight. How does he breathe? And then how does he allow someone else in a relationship with him breathe as well? Just doing everything on his terms.
Yes.
And if it's not, he has a problem.
Yes.
Then he goes outside the relationship and do something to upset you because you didn't behave in a certain way that he had expected you to behave.
Yeah. Manipulation and controlling. Well, apparently it didn't come from his father, Senior, because he referenced, I think in the process in this episode that he had a chance to talk to his father, and kind of brought him after the conversation to a point of realization about some aspects of how he could be doing better with his relationship with Charlie.
He gave Dr. Nicole some song and dance and about being vulnerable and being emotional and what have
And
you.
he referenced that.
And he referenced that
Yes.
in particular. And she said, okay, well, this could be a beginning. And that could be a beginning. But I'm just not willing
You
at
skeptical.
this
You skeptical
point.
right now. Just tell the truth, shame the devil, like you like to say. You skeptical.
I don't know.
She's not a believer yet, y'all. Not in Odyss.
Dr. Nicole asked Charlie whether she wants to go out on another date with Chris,
Yeah.
the sex addict, who she should really not have anything to do with.
Hell to the never.
And then she says, well, I thought of something. I was going to say something, but now I changed my mind, so I'm going to say something else.
Right.
And they use that opportunity to do some sort of cliffhanger.
A teaser for next week, next
But
episode.
because these people are stuck, I would think that you probably will want to go out with Chris.
That's your prediction for the next episode?
Well, yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb. We're yet to see any of them make an adult decision about their relationship, to safeguard it, to put it in a healthy place. It's all about you do this, I'll do that. So I would say, based on what we've seen before, she's going to say, I want to go out with Chris. Because Charlena is not feeling Odyss. Charlena can't trust Odyss, even with herself.
Yes.
So the dude who is out there is something that she can certainly use to put him on edge.
I agree with that part.
So that's all we have. We want to thank you for joining us on this ride with Charlena and Odyss.
Yeah, we'll see about them.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.